bit of Thomas Dolby for you. That's right. Across the country today, temperatures are going to be soaring and people will be searching for ways to beat the heat. Thankfully, boy, timing is everything, right? It's National Ice Cream Day, and boy, do we have a treat for you this morning. Now, as many of you know, making ice cream at home used to be a long process. It involved cranking and churn. It would just take forever, especially when you're a kid. But thanks to science, it's come down to simply 2 ingredients and a jar. And for details, we turn to Emory University professor Doug Mulford. Now, Doug, good morning, and thanks for joining us, Professor. Can you tell us a little bit about making ice cream at home? And it has, what, 2 ingredients? How does this work?
Yeah, it's just 2 ingredients, and this works really, really well. And I got a couple assistants that are going to help me today. So while we talk about it, they're going to go ahead and do it. So first, we're just going to add some heavy whipping cream. So boys, can you pour that in there? Now, this does have to be 36% whipping cream, so it's got to be the heavy whipping cream, so no low-fat versions of this one today. Just go ahead and pour it all in. And then there's only one other ingredient, and that is sweetened condensed milk. So the boys are going to start adding that now. So let's go ahead and put in the sweetened condensed milk. And so what we're going to do is we're putting this into just glass ball jars, and they've been chilled. So you want to put them in the refrigerator for about a half an hour beforehand. It just helps the process go a little bit. So you add these 2 things. That's good enough with that one, Theo. So go ahead and put the lid on there. There you go, James. That's good enough. Go ahead and put the lid on. And then you get to shake. This is a way to get a little bit of the energy out for the kids as well, as we've all been stuck inside in quarantine. All right, just move the lid on. And so we're going to shake it for about 5 minutes. And it creates something called an emulsion. Now, normally, you know, oil and water don't mix very well. Go ahead and shake. Shake vigorously. Oil and water don't mix. But if you shake it enough, you can actually get a mixture there. And everybody's probably familiar with that. Let me help you there, buddy. There you go. Because salad dressing is an example of an emulsion with oil and water. Now, that will eventually separate, but mayonnaise, there's another emulsion that doesn't separate. And so we're mixing the condensed milk has sugar in it. So we're distributing that sugar and those milk fats all the way through, and we get to do some vigorous shaking here.
Okay, big question for you. Possibly the most important question. You're a dad, I'm a dad. You know the question the kids are going to ask. When is it ready? What's the answer?
Okay, so you go, and when you first do it, can I grab yours for a second? It sounds really liquidy, and you're going to be able to feel that it can go. After you go 5 minutes, it starts to get thick, and you probably won't be able to hear that on camera, but it gets something called soft peaks for those of you who like to cook. And then you're ready. All you need to do is you have an ice cream base here. You can turn this into any ice cream you want. Add a little bit of vanilla, just a teaspoon, you've got vanilla ice cream. That's what we did here. Or a little bit of strawberry puree to make strawberry ice cream. Third cup melted chocolate, you got yourself some chocolate ice cream. Throw it in the freezer. Although I will say, please make sure you put it in a Tupperware container. Don't freeze the glass. Never a good idea to freeze glass because it can break. And then in a few hours, you have this tasty, wonderful ice cream.
That is incredible. Now, how long will it actually keep? You gave us an idea about how to make it. You gave us an idea about flavorings. How long will it stay?
You know, as long as you have the Tupperware sealed, it should stay in the freezer for as long as regular ice cream. That's what you've made.
Delicious, nutritious, and so informative. Thank you so much for spending some great time with us. Thank you again to Emory University professor Doug Mulford. He always delivers the goods. What a great story. What a fun thing to do with really kids of all ages, Felicia.
Yeah, that is such a fun thing. And then you get the reward. You get the payoff afterward, Reynolds. So.
Indeed.